we want to solve this equation. This is a quadratic equation. We have 3 kinds of methods. Well, there are probably more methods, but normally we try to factor, right? We put everything on one side, make one side 0. So we try to make to be, so factoring. And then the second one is called completing squares. Then the third one is called quadratic formula. So first we check to see if it's factorable. If it's factorable, it's much easier, much quicker. So what we do is we want to make the right-hand side to be 0. So we minus 6 on both sides. Or we move 6 to the other side, positive on the right. When we move to the left, becomes negative. So the x squared minus 2x minus 6 equals 0. Now we think about 2 factors of negative 6 adds up to be negative 2. So think about 2 factors of negative 6 if it's factorable, right? If it's factorable. So negative 6 can be positive 1, negative 6, well, that adds up to be negative 5. Or negative 1, positive 6, that adds up to be positive 5. Or negative 2, positive 3, that adds up to be 1. Or positive 2, negative 1, that adds up to be negative 1. So the factors of negative 6 doesn't have the factors that adds up to be negative 2. So now let's try the completing squares. So factoring not work. Completing squares, we don't really need to put on one side. Right? When we try to factor, we put this way. We make the right-hand side to be 0. But if we want to complete these squares, we just take these 2. Think about the coefficient before x term. That's negative 2. Negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. So we want to add negative 1 square on both sides. So this side, basically we'll add 1 on both sides. Right? Then if we have good eyes, we already see this is a perfect square. That's x minus 1 squared. Right? This is a perfect square. Square the first one, get x squared. Square the second one, get 1. Multiply those two, negative x, double it, negative 2x. Then the other side is a 7. Right? Then we square root both sides. So square is completed. So completing square is this. We have completed a square. Now we can square root both sides. When we square root, we get a plus minus 2 values. So we get an x minus 1. Square root, cancel each other because they're opposite operation. Plus minus square root 7. We move negative 1 to the other side, become positive. So we get 2 values. 1 plus square root of 7 and 1 minus square root of 7. So we have 2 irrational solutions for this one. We also can apply quadratic formula. Well, maybe I'll talk about it in another video.